We all know what traditional classroom learning is like, but what is virtual learning like?
Humble ISD really is a district that values choice and autonomy and individualized experiences for all students and families. Even though COVID was the start of virtual learning out of necessity, it opened up some doors for our learners that best suited their families and that learning style, and gave us an opportunity to reach kids that had not previously been reached in a new way.
Virtual learning can be a lifeline to some students. I love the quote, "Every student can learn, just not in the same day or in the same way."
Well, there's different people who like being at school face-to-face, like seeing their friends, like being there playing on the playground with their friends. And there's some people who are shy, some scared, nervous, so they like being online and it helps them more focus. And I'm one of those people. I'm not those other people who like being face-to-face and being on the playground and stuff, because when I just get sick very easily, especially out in the cold, so it would not work for me. So virtual's very good for me.
Hi, my name's Mallory Sanchez, and I'm the 4th and 5th grade virtual RELA teacher for Humble ISD. Today, you'll get a sneak peek to see what our virtual academy is all about.
This is a scheduled day. They have, they're scheduled to the morning, they have breaks, they have a lunch, and they have to log in. They have to make sure they're there on time.
Okay, so this is where I do like community time with my students. In the morning, they get to share about their evening or weekend before, and then we get into our reader's workshop.
Aww, is that from your mom? Patterns of power, open up your book. This is like I'm walking around, you got your book open, we're ready to go, okay?
His cause of death remains a mystery even today.
Virtual learning takes a teacher that is willing to look at the materials that she needs or he needs in order to make impact in a classroom and figure out how to make that apply in a virtual setting.
We kind of made these little hand signals since we're virtual to kind of touch base with each other, and we do thumbs up, thumbs down, we do raise the roof, we do different kinds of hand signals to celebrate what we're learning in class. Whenever a student has their hand up and does this, I know that they've made some kind of connection. And then as soon as one hand goes up, you usually see a lot more, because then they realize that they do have a connection, either text to text, text to world, or a text to self connection. So that helps me as a teacher know if they're understanding the material and following along.
Within our virtual setting, we have whole group and small group sessions, just like you would in a face-to-face classroom. We also offer tutoring sessions. Another thing that we provide is also dyslexia and intervention services, as well as special education services for our virtual students.
First breath, breathe in and out.
So now that we've wrapped up our reading workshop, we move into small groups, and I get to meet with a smaller amount of students for about 20 minutes, and then we come back for writer's workshop in a little bit.
Beneath her wing?
Beneath her wing is the prepositional phrase.
Everybody good?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's look at what you're gonna work on today during some of your breaks.
They have a help desk at 3 o'clock. If they have any problems, they get to have that one-on-one with the teacher.
And we'll go there if you don't understand something, and they'll re-explain it to us, and they'll just explain it where we understand, and she'll show it on paper.
And to me, that's very important. They get to really learn a lot more that way. They do see the same kids every day. It is a classroom, but virtually. So I love that they actually do these little gatherings so they can get to, really get to know them and learn together.
So now 4th grade is going to hop on over for math and science, and 5th grade is going to come onto my Zoom for reading and writing. Hello. Good morning. How's it going?
As a coordinator of virtual learning in the district too, I often get surprised looks even from other coordinators where they say, wow, you're still doing virtual learning. And yeah, we are. And I can show you some families and students that are very grateful to be in a district where it's still offered.
My daughter Ariana is in 6th grade and she has a medical condition that requires her to be on immunosuppression medications. And so when virtual started, due to COVID, we did not feel comfortable sending her back to school initially because of the immunosuppression medications. And we saw how fantastic she was doing academically, mentally. We saw a change in her personality and she was happy. She enjoyed doing school now, and regardless of whether Humble ISD will do virtual in the future, she will remain a virtual student by some means. And that's just from how excellent she has been doing academically, and she's actually challenging herself to do beyond what's expected of her in her age group.
Virtual Academy is available for application for kindergarten to 12th grade students. It is for those learners that can be self-motivated, that have family support, that are going to be able to follow and stick to a schedule and do assignments and projects on their own terms, but then also still be dedicated enough to come to those Zoom lessons and know when it's time for me to, maybe I do need to go into office hours or into some tutoring because it's not a traditional place.
I love virtual. Virtual, it just gives me this freedom to be able to make connections that I can't make. I'm in their home every day and they love showing off what's going on in their world. It has filled my heart with more joy. I actually truly can't imagine doing anything else.